I love MetaPWR. I think it's an amazing product, and certainly it should be used with our LLV product as well as our ProBiome products. We love the benefits of the nutrition and digestion that we get from LLV every single day, and you combine that with the amazing metabolic support that we get with our MetaPWR products. Those two combined are fantastic. I certainly recommend combining those together as well as our ProBiome products.
The first thing that I want to say here is that MetaPWR is not a weight loss product. I don't know how many times I say this, but it's really important that you understand. It can help you if you're on a weight loss program because it helps to support the other things that you're doing, but it's not fundamentally a weight loss program. There are loads of advantages in boosting your metabolism for other reasons. And so yes, of course, if you don't want to lose weight, you can still take MetaPWR.
Many people have this question if the sugar will be increased in their blood because of the use of the sachets. The carbohydrates that are inside the sachets are just for enzymes to work, so without any influence of glucose levels. So you can take your sachets with all safety.
MetaPWR Assist should be taken about 15 to 20 minutes before the meal. Should you forget, it can also be taken with the meal for a positive result.
The thing about teenagers is they're not actually starting to really feel the fundamentals of aging yet. So in terms of the MetaPWR Advantage, which is really focused on replacing the collagen and the NAD and those elements that start to go down from about 25, there's not really a great deal of purpose for them taking it. If they do have sort of metabolic challenges for the other ways, then the assist, yes, those things certainly, there's no reason for them not to take it, and it could be useful in those circumstances.
The only difference is the type of application. If I like to use an essential oil in my water, love the scent in the diffuser, or want to enhance my body lotion with it, then an oil is ideal. But there are also those who prefer capsules. In that case, the soft gels are made for you. The advantage of the capsules is that I can take 2 drops per capsule and they are absorbed a little later. This way you can introduce people who are more familiar with capsules to the soft gels before you introduce them to the oil.
This is a very common question amongst our amazing wellness advocates. I have been doing medicine for over 2 decades now. I will tell you that the human condition is such that often when we have a product that benefits us, we kind of relax a little bit on the lifestyle things that could benefit us as well. This is often the case when we start a new product that can be so beneficial for us. We do sometimes relax on some of those things that we know we shouldn't be doing. We know that people consume more carbohydrates because we know that many of those carbohydrates are going to be blocked and won't be digested and absorbed into the system. And so often when people have gained weight when they're on the MetaPWR system, we really do need to focus on the rest of the wellness lifestyle. Nutrition and digestion, movement, rest and manage stress, and reducing toxic exposure in our life. Those things will help us with the desired goals that we want.
As collagen is a natural protein, there are very few known unwanted reactions. In rare cases, people who are very sensitive may experience headaches, tiredness, stomach pain, nausea, or dizziness.
There are loads of areas where you can find publications relating to clinical research. Of course, you hear about some of the studies that doTERRA have done from the stage and at numerous times and in other sources. They will, I know, get around to publishing those as soon as they can, but there is always a time lag between doing the studies and actually having them published themselves. In the meantime, there are loads of publications on specific ingredients from different clinical studies. I like to use PubMed, so So you can just go in, it's from the National Library of Medicine in the States, it's a free source. You put in your search terms, so if you're interested in collagen or any other ingredient, you can narrow it down to clinical studies and you will get the research results from that. Similarly, if you do it through something like Google Scholar, that can also provide you with information. Again, put in the terms, the ingredients, the elements you're looking at, and clinical studies, and you should get a good mass of all the clinical studies that have been done in those areas.
Around the age of 25, collagen production slows down as the natural aging process begins. Of course, we can accept that. Aging also involves a loss of elasticity in the skin or muscles. However, it's not just about beauty and youth. 30% of the proteins in our body are made up of collagen. A decrease in the body's own collagen can lead to brittle bones and joints and more inflexible tendons. This not only affects our performance in the yoga class, but can also increase the risk of injury.
MetaPWR cysts are not only a glucose blocker. Yet the presence of berberine, mulberry leaf, and cinnamon that all bring together several pathways on the action of metabolic health. So it's very different from other types of molecules.
In the MetaPWR Advantage, we have 9 different types of collagen which come from sustainable marine fish from Italy. These have an endo and exonuclease which breaks down almost 70% of the long collagen macromolecule into hydrolyzed tripeptide molecules. This means we achieve higher bioavailability than with low-grade collagen. What this basically means is that your body absorbs it better.